Hi guys, so many of you have recently been asking me for some A-level tips and what I did in order to get the results that I got, and so I just decided to start making some videos in which I share the things I did and A-level tips, and maybe they could help you out. So lock in. So if you're new here and you didn't know, I did four A-levels. I did further maths, mathematics, physics, and chemistry, and I ended up getting three A stars, and then the A was in physics. So yeah, for this video, I'll give you some tips on how to do on how to get good results in A level chemistry. What I did was every week I'd write like small exercises like with 25 marks, I think, on certain topics that our teacher would set us, or you'd have the freedom to choose any topic which you'd like to test yourself on. So let's say, for example, you want to test yourself on organic synthesis, then you basically choose a 25 mark exercise in which you basically get questions for that certain topic, and then yeah, see where you are. If you didn't do well, then it means you need to go back to revisit that topic, and maybe after like 2 weeks you can try testing yourself on that topic, so that it's basically part of you in everything. That, like I said, you need to be able to recall from any topic at any given time. Another important thing is pre-reading. So before you go to lessons, you can just read up on the topic which you're about to do. So that when you get in the lesson, you at least have an idea of what it's going to be what's going to be talked about, so that you aren't completely like in the dark. Because if you are in the dark, then it's going to become more hard to understand what the teacher is trying to say. So if you have like an idea, you might not understand when you read it by yourself, but if you have an idea, then it becomes more easy for you to end up understanding it when the teacher explains. So yeah, pre-reading is like one of the best things, I think, because I remember in my class I used to do pre-reading. Then there was another person who also did pre-reading, and so when the teacher would ask questions, it would be like a good thing when you knew it already, and so I don't know, have a bit of a competition as well. So basically, what I just gave you were tips which actually were the homework which our teacher gave us. So it included like doing retrieval practice and doing some pre-reading. So I'll just give you a picture of what a typical weekly homework from our teacher looked like. So another important thing is for like organic chemistry. I think it's a topic which most people, not most, but many people find difficult because of the sheer amount of knowledge you have to know and be able to recall. So what you can try to do is making mind maps in which you link how to get from one molecule to another. For example, how you get from like an alkane to an alcohol, in which you go from an alkane to a halo alkane, then an alcohol. So as you learn more mechanisms, you can try linking together more of the molecules, so that it becomes easier when you're in exam. Because if you know the route to one molecule, then you can just kind of draw it out. So yeah, as you learn more mechanisms, you can like try filling out your mind map from memory without looking at anything, and also writing uh like under the arrows you can write the mechanism name, conditions, start materials, etc. Okay, so I'll show you an example of a mind map in which I made myself, I think at the start of year 13. So it's not got much information, but it's an example, so just check it out. So the example of a mind map I gave you is not, it's not quite full. I think I did it when it was like towards the start of year 13. So we hadn't done all the mechanisms. So it's not got all the topics, but you can do it like as you go through and you learn more new mechanisms, you can start adding some of the roots so that you can link all the all the organic whatever molecules, all the molecules, whatever, I forgot. And so obviously, as you get nearer to exams, you need to start doing past paper questions from your exam board. So you can start doing them like from 10 weeks from before 10 weeks before exam start, you can do the question papers from, I don't know, as early as your teacher will recommend you to. But mostly the new spec ones will be okay, I think, especially for AQA. That's the exam board I did. I think that's the one most people do. So yeah. And then another thing is that I think if you find some friends who are doing the same subject, so that you can motivate each other, because I know, like, obviously with all the tips, but motivation is the most important thing at the end of the day. For example, like, I know some people in my chemistry class, they tracked each other's progress and were basically competing through the Flora app. I'm pretty sure most of you know about it, in which you can just track how many hours you studied today. And so, yeah, you can just use it to motivate each other and compete amongst yourself. So, thank you. If you want more tips like that, then please give me a follow. See you next time.